Good morning and happy Saturday. Joan here, and welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time here. And to this, we have 2 more weeks. What I'm doing is a summer soul series based on Sunny Dawn Johnston's book, Invoking the Archangels for Healing Mind, Body, and Soul. And it's 9 steps, and there are things you're already doing. But what I find is the order of how you place these steps that you're doing is what really gives you that focus and that alignment, and to help you be right where you want to be for manifesting whatever you're choosing in your life. So, we're going to start, even if you've missed the other 7. Today is step 8 of 9. We finish up next Saturday. And here I'm going to go through the steps. So you're right on time. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, that's fine. Because we're going to review everything. And then here's the deal. If you leave me a comment, I'll pull a card for you next week. So it's like you get a personal reading. And so today you're going to get the chance for a personal reading as well. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to start off, I'm going to give you a little review of what we've been doing for the last 7 weeks. So we have a nice solid foundation to build on. I'm going to share the 8th step today. And then I'm going to do a general reading for the week. And then after that, 3 friends left comments. So you're going to get to pick a number between 1 and 3. And then that is like your guidance for the week. So here we go. So reviewing the 9-step practice for healing mind, body, and soul with the archangels. That's the kick. It's with the archangels. Step 1, awareness. Step 2, looking within. Step 3, choice. 4, commitment. 5, responsibility. 6 is action. Last week was all about releasing and replenishing. Any guess for step number 8? Maintenance. Does that trigger anything when you just hear the word maintenance? So let's see what the magic of maintenance is. In this case, maintenance means to maintain and protect your own energy and vibration. It is important to protect your energy. If you don't do this, you risk breaking down your own energy resources at all levels: physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental. Protecting your own energy. So let's see what the archangels have to say. So the archangel card I pulled is from Kyle Gray's Archangel deck. Let's see, we can get this in here. And it's Amethyst. Metamorphosis. You are in a vortex of deep transformation. Surrender to the process that is unfolding. So a way for you to maintain your energy is to surrender and trust the process. Surrender and trust the process is one of the ways to help maintain your energy. And then from Colette Baron Reid's The Good Tarot, and below I'll have linked all the card decks I use, and Sunny Dawn Johnston's book as well. So in all my videos, I always have all my resources listed below. So since it's the 8th step, I picked number 8. Strength. So we just found out that it's important to maintain our energy. and that we're in a deep vortex. There's a lot of change and transformation. And what's being called on is our strength. And it's all about endurance. I can go the distance and know that everything occurs in divine, appropriate timing. I have courage as I manifest miracles. When I allow spirit to work through me, I am strong enough to move mountains and overcome any obstacle, inside and out. And for me personally, when I read that, what's really coming, what I'm really getting really aware of is that things don't happen to me. It's what's happening through me. See if that you're playing on that word. What's coming through you versus what is happening to you. It just gives you a different perspective. And then I like to turn it into a what if question. So kind of lean back, listen to this, see how this feels. What if I can go the distance and know that everything is occurring in appropriate timing? What if I do that? How would that feel? What if I have courage as I manifest miracles? What if when I allow spirit to work through me, I am strong enough to move mountains and overcome any obstacle inside and out? Isn't it fun when you turn an affirmation into a what if question? Sometimes the affirmation is powerful as it is, but I find when you lean back and turn it into a question, where I am in my life at this point, that's what really lights me up. That's what energizes me. And so, one of the ways to maintain good energy is pay attention to your strength and your endurance. Love that. Okay. And so, and then the one I want to get into is Denise Lynn's soul coaching deck. And her eighth card, let's see if we can do it so you can see, is believe. Believe in yourself. Have faith in magic and miracles. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. The best is yet to come. And then go right back to this. What if the best is yet to come? What if I believe in myself? What if I trust that whatever comes through me is just what I need? What if everything I require is already inside of me? It's just summoning that strength and courage to speak that. Believe. So that's our overall reading. Now pick a number, 1 to 3. What are you in the mood for? So Triana, you're going to be number 1. We're just zipping through this today. So everybody pick a number, 1 to 3. And Triana, you're the first card. And what is her message from Denise Lynn's soul coaching deck? Faith. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Have faith in yourself and know that you're divinely guided, even when you have doubts. Believe. You've planted your seeds. Now allow the Creator to do the rest. My life is divinely guided. And maybe it's just putting your hand on your heart. What if I believe? What if I remember? My life is divinely guided. For all of you number ones, how magical. Faith. And that leap of faith. Look at her just leaping off the mountain. Awesome. So number 1, If you pick number one, the card was faith. So number two, Shaheen, this is for you. Anybody who picked number two, this is your card. Oh, here we go again. We've had this card before. Beginning. It's a time of a new beginning. And let's see what beginnings have to say. So anybody who picked number two, and Shaheen, a new cycle is beginning in your life. Wipe the slate clean. It's now time to release the old and start again. And here's a mantra. I cherish all the cycles in my life. And maybe it's putting a hand on your heart and saying to yourself, what if I cherish all the cycles in my life? Beautiful. So that's number two. And Jannette, this is for you. And for anybody who picked number three, this is your card. Looks to me like action. You have a lovely archer aiming for her goals. So if you pick number three, have you decided what you're looking for? How is your planning? What steps are you taking each day? So if you pick number three, oh, and I love this. So if you pick number three, check this out. It's card number three. The time is now. Don't hesitate. Take action. Face your fear and do it anyway. Face your fear and do it anyway. I step into my glorious future with determination and power. So if we're afraid of the future, how many of us? Boy, that comes up all the time. I'm getting older. I mean, it's kind of a shock. You're going to get to a point in your life where you have fewer years left than you've already lived. I'm in my 70s. Shoot, I could have an hour left. I could have 10, 15. I mean, I plan to be working until my very last breath because I love what I do. But that's just me. So pay attention. And I look at all the times that how's the best way to say it? That I don't trust myself, or I don't trust life enough, or I'm afraid, and so I don't do it. So that face your fear. And the part that's the hardest for me to really get, even though I know it's true, is the toys, the rewards are always on the other side of the fear. So it's like when we have that faith, we have that leap of faith, we're targeting something that we want. And we take that leap of faith and and here we go. And there's a new beginning. And we're taking action. As we do that, we get closer, 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 closer to experience what it is we're desiring. And then after we take the action, suddenly the world opens up. It just happened to me yesterday because I'm looking at housing situations. I was so fearful to send in this housing application because for me, it's like end of life. It's like, where am I going to be? What am I going to choose for the end of life? Are you kidding me? Who wants to think about that? Now, some people plan beautifully. I was planning for living, not for the end of life. So it was like, okay, talk about security. What a loving thing to do is start to think about what are the ending steps. So for me, what's really fun is when I play these cards backwards. Hey, Joan, what if you take action? Are you ready for a new beginning? Well, guess what? It's going to require a leap of faith. And what's that going to help you do? Maintain mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional harmony. So that's why I think that this step number 8 is so cool. And what's important? That we believe. And it's going to require strength. We're going to dig deep down. A time of deep transformation. And here's the thing. So when I was getting ready to drop this application off, I just started calling in the angels. Angels, I'm kind of scared. I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh, look at my throat just goes wild. I need your help. Please be with me now. I'm ready for a miracle. Hey, the waiting list could be 4, 5+ years. What if I manifest just magical housing? This or something even better. So I walk up to the door and it's closed. Oh, I knew I needed to do it on the new moon. And I was just taking a picture and I went, you know what? That doesn't really work for me that this is closed. That was not in my plan. And I went, oh, okay. What do we need to do? Joan, take a picture of the sign. So you're going to be here when the office opens. It's just perfect. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I'll do that. Right then, a lovely young woman steps outside the door on her way home. Told her I was just dropping off my application. And she said, oh, just put it in that slot right there. And I said, lovely. She goes, I'll get it when I come in on Monday. And I said, oh, thank you so much. And I go to do this. It gets stuck in the box. I just started laughing. How ready, Joan, are you for transformation? And she goes, oh, that's not a problem. We can pull it from the other side. She unlocks the door. She goes back in and she takes my application. Talk about a miracle. And for me, when I know the angels are with me, is I see feathers. I got out of my car, parking, feathers, feathers, feather here, a feather there, feather under my foot, feather when I'm walking. Turn in the application, walking, walking, walking another way, see another feather. And it just lets us know our angels are always with us. It's up to us to ask for help. And then I ended up having a great conversation with my brothers, and I told them I put them on my emergency list. And they're like, great, Joan. Congratulations. And then on my phone, I had this confetti that my little brother had sent. I'm like, wow, this is a celebration. Now, has that been my energy when I've been thinking about a housing application? It was not. But now it's like, this is cool. And more options are opening up. This is just one that I know of for now. Only reason I'm sharing this story is sometimes we can see ourselves in other people. So I just want you to know whatever we're resisting, we've got to trust our timing. And when you're ready to actually move through it, as you do, ask the angels for help. And that's where I think Sunny's steps are just so helpful. First, we have to have awareness. Then we've got to look inward, choose, and then we get to choose what is it we really want? How committed are we? Make that commitment to whatever that dream or intention is. And then take responsibility for it. Then take action. And you need to release whatever isn't in alignment and replenishment with what is. And then after you do that, then it's about maintaining your energy. And then last week, and then step 9 is next Saturday, and we'll pull it all together. So that is the 9-step process working with the guardian angels or the archangels. And I can say, when you get yourself in any kind of situation where you would like some support and some help, hire help, ask your angels. And that's just what I did. And I even went to the DMV. You know how that is when you need to update your car license tags. And that can be, oftentimes a line, etc. I hadn't, and I just thought, well, why don't I just try this? Why don't I, before I go in, it's just like, oh, thank you, angels, for this beautiful experience at the Department of Licensing today. May it just be good for all of us involved. Walk in, sat down, been there about a minute or two. Is there anyone here who's just doing tags? Did I hear that properly? I mean, this has never happened like this before. And I walk up and I said, "Excuse me, did you just say this is a line for tags?" And she said, "Yes. How can I help you, Joan?" Why do I make life difficult when it can be easy? So guys, use me as example. Wait, wait, wait. I'm not so sure. Ask the angels for help and see what happens. Because boy, did they create miracles. And then the rest of the day it kept going as well. So that's just it. So pick a number, one, two, and three. Faith, oh gosh, I forgot it. Faith, beginnings, action. And when we take action, a new beginning happens, and it's about faith to move it forward. Alrighty, that's it for today. Have an awesome week, and I'll be back next Saturday for step 9. And if you like the energy of these Saturday calls, be sure to sign up below, and I'll see you again. And thanks so much for being here. Take good care. And if you leave me a comment, I'll pull a card for you next week. Bye for now.